Yo! Holy shit. I just remembered how to live stream. I completely forgot. It's been so long. I forgot how to do this. I just remembered. Let's do that. This. That. Let me make sure this is working. That. Let me make sure. Sounds good. All right. So, while I wait for some people to come in, why am I doing this? Well, and first of all, why am I doing this after weeks of not streaming? So I've just been really busy lately. I don't know. I just haven't had the energy or time to really stream. Work schedule's been awful. But I've wanted to do something. Like I miss doing this. I miss streaming and I want to stream more. So I just thought I'd do a short little stream tonight. And I just wanted to chat. So what better thing to chat about than slop? No, I'm gonna be doing a lot of MCU praise today, but there's also gonna be some criticism, that's for sure. And I'm excited to get into it. I've seen almost all of these. I made a never seen tier because there's a few I haven't, and I don't want to comment on them because I haven't fucking seen them. So let's just get out of the way. I've seen all of these. I've seen everything up to. Yes, I've seen all of this. Jesus Christ, I've seen all of this. Haven't seen What If Season 2. Didn't watch it. I haven't even touched on Quantumania yet. We'll get there. Haven't seen... I saw the first episode of Echo. I just didn't feel like watching the rest. I didn't really like it that much. So I'm just going to put it in never seen. I did not see X-Men 97. That's only because I haven't seen the original show. I've heard really good things about it. I've heard that's one of the best MCU things ever. I don't like... I'm sure I would like it if I just watched it, but I don't feel like watching the whole original show, you know? So, someday I will watch that. Everyone says it's fucking awesome, so someday, but not today. Yeah, that's it. Everything else I've seen. I cannot believe that. So, this is going to be a little, I'm hoping it won't be too lengthy, but I'm going to be going in depth. So, just to start it off, the criteria here is just how much I like it, how much I fuck with it. That's about it. That's the criteria. So, let's get into this. Iron Man 1. The first Iron Man movie. This movie fucks hard, dude. I fucking love Iron Man 1. That's a near perfect movie right there. Other than, like, X-Men 97 is MCU. It's made by Marvel Studios, which technically makes it MCU. But it's a technicality. It's not really connected to anything, at least at this point. They might show up in Secret Wars. Who the fuck knows? So technically, yes, but hardly. Anyway, Iron Man 1, near perfect movie. This movie fucks hard. The CGI in this movie, it's probably the best CGI out of any of these fucking projects. This movie fucks. This is easy S tier. My only issue is the big third act fight kind of sucks. I don't really... I kind of fall asleep during it. But other than that, this movie's really good. Tony's arc in this movie, I mean, this is the first movie that he was in. He was in like 10 of these. And he goes in so much of an arc in just the first appearance of his character. So, yeah, that's an easy S for me. It's going to be probably a lower S, because there's a lot more that I like more than Iron Man 1. But it's like a near perfect movie. How can I not put it up there? So, that's an S. I don't know a lot of people who would be mad about that. So, let's move on. Incredible Hulk. All right, this one, this one's a little rough. This one's kind of fun. I don't hate it. Hey, Aaron, oh boy. You're about to have some awful takes. You're like, oh, you put Incredible Hulk in D? Yes, I do. This movie's not great. The fights are fun. Actually, I'm going to put it in C, because there's a lot that's worse. I'm just looking in the future here. Incredible Hulk is C. The fights are kind of fun, I guess, but I really don't care about the plot or any of the characters or anything in this movie. Edward Norton's pretty cool. I like him. He's cool Hulk. That's all I can really say about it. This movie's not great. Iron Man 2, this movie fucks hard. That's a B tier. It's not great. It's definitely rushed. You can feel it was rushed after Iron Man 1. It's kind of messy. I'm heading out. Fuck you, buddy. See you later, dog. It's definitely rushed. You can tell Jon Favreau was pressured by Disney. That was Paramount at that point. That wasn't even Disney. To push out a sequel before Avengers. And I think if it had another year of, like, cookage, it probably could have been really good. But it's just pretty good. I like it. I like the one dude. I don't remember his name, but he's a cool antagonist. Not this guy. The guy that's not on the posters. I don't remember his name, but he was cool. Yeah, we got Rhodey. Really good recast. That's all I can really say about it. Iron Man 2 is pretty good. Not the best, but it's fun. I like it. All right, here we go. This is my first hot take. We're on Thor 1. Thor 1 here. A lot of people don't like Thor 1. I am the exact opposite. I fucking love Thor 1. Thor 1's like an easy A for me, dude. Everyone shits on this movie. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. This movie's awesome. Thor 1, you gotta imagine, okay, this is the beginning of the MCU. This is like a franchise with Iron Man and Hulk. That's what they got so far. So it's very grounded. And then you got this like space being Thor. Like he's in this just the fucking a different universe. Like this dude is out in space. Very, very tonally different from anything else in the MCU before. So they had a task. They had a task to fit this into the same world and make it feel cohesive. And they did a great job, in my opinion. Because like the beginning parts on Asgard, it definitely feels like you know, different than all the other stuff that came before. But then he lands on Earth, and it's very goofy, and it's kind of the fish out of water stuff. It's a little funny, but this movie fucks hard. Okay, this movie's great. Loki's awesome. I think it leads into Avengers pretty well. It's not the best, but that's an A tier for me. I really like Thor 1. Only Infinity Saga movie I haven't seen is Thor 2. After that, I've seen some of what was released, but I honestly don't remember a lot of it. Yeah. I mean, neither, honestly. Yeah, Thor 2, we'll get to that. We will get to that. But yeah, Thor 1, I really like it. A lot of people don't. I don't really get it, though. I like that movie a lot. Captain America, the First Avenger. Holy shit. People don't like this one either. I don't get it. I love this movie. This is above Thor for me. Easy A tier. This movie fucks. I'm going to say that so much. This movie fucks. I love this movie. Just to preface, I didn't see this movie. A lot of people don't like this movie because the trailer promised a lot of stuff, and then it ended up just being like a slideshow in the movie. It was just a montage. But I wasn't around for that. This movie came out when I was like 8 years old. I was like 7 or 8 when this movie came out. So I didn't watch it until like years after. I didn't watch this until like after Civil War came out. I was backtracking. So I didn't give a shit about the trailers, you know. I was just there for a good time, and it fucking delivered. This movie's so fun. This movie has the ending of this movie. Holy shit, that is some of the best stuff in any MCU project ever. When he's like wakes up in New York, and he like runs out into the New York streets, and he's like, "Damn, I had a date. Now I don't." That's some good shit, dude. This movie's really good, and it leads into Avengers really well. Who the fuck is Google? I think I'm. How do you not know Google from hit show Zaboomafoo? Yeah, that was some Ignition lore from months past. Yeah, it's just a dude from a silly show. Wait. Oh wait, where is it? I have his Game Boy Color game. He has a Game Boy Color game. I don't know where it is, but it's in mint condition. I got it from a vintage store. Anyway, Google aside, I'm talking about the MCU right now, okay? Leave the Google discussion at home. First Avenger, easy A tier. I fucking love that movie. Anyway, Avengers 1. Okay, here we go. Avengers 1. This movie's good. Wait, holy shit, Google game? Yeah, well, it's not really Google's game, but he's in it. It's the Zabumafu game on Game Boy Color. But Google's a character in it. He has his own level. And the first Avenger is amazing. Yeah, it's one of my favorite endings to any movie, honestly. It's so good. A movie's so good. Like, when the movie peaks at its ending moment, what a good way to end a movie. When it's like, that's the peak of the movie. Because you feel like, damn, I just experienced a whole ass movie. When the end is the best part. Anyway, Avengers 1. This movie's A for me. Where do I rank it, though? Do I like it? I would rank it over Thor. Do I like it more than First Avenger? I would say yes, but not by much. This movie, I have a love-hate relationship with. It's just, it's an A movie for me. Like, I love it. I enjoy it a lot. But holy shit, this movie visually is the worst. It is filmed, like, the lighting and the camera work, it feels like an episode of, like, The Good Doctor. It's visually very disgusting. This movie looks awful. But it's really cool because it's all these characters that we watched in their own solo movies. Now they are together in their own movie together. It's really cool. And there's a lot of cool moments. I mean, I could list them all off. Like the I'm always angry, and then he turns into the Hulk and he bangs the guy. He doesn't bang him. He punches him. Really cool stuff. I mean, you know, Iron Man and Cap versus Thor. That was a cool thing that they did. But it's just lit like dog shit. There's no, like, this movie has no cool cinematography at all. It's just like, it's like if they had the coolest script ever and gave it to the Good Doctor people to make it. That's what it feels like. So it's an A tier, but my eyes want to be gouged out while I'm watching it. So that's my ranking of that one. Iron Man 3. This movie gets so much hate for no reason. This movie's so good. I'm putting it like right here. I love Iron Man 3. There's some goofy dialogue like Tony's "I have a plan attack." Dude, Tony saying "I have a plan attack." That's such a fucking corny line, but I love it so much. It's so, like, on the script that they were probably like, this goes so hard. And then Tony said it and they're like, oh, I don't know if this goes hard or not. But dude, I was a kid and he said that. I was like, oh yeah, Tony. You're so right. You do have a plan. Yeah. Really, there's so much like corny dialogue in this movie, but it makes it all the better in my opinion. Avengers 1 looks like any superhero movie cropped for FX, but that was just how it looked. That's so true. It feels like this movie looks like how any movie looks in the break room of Sam's Club on the TV, but that's just how it looked in the theaters. That's how they released it. Why? What was I talking? Oh, Iron Man 3. Yeah, okay. Iron Man 3 is really cool. A lot of people don't like it because of the Mandarin thing, because they did a bait and switch with the Mandarin. I had not read any Iron Man comics prior to watching this, so I didn't know shit about the Mandarin. I thought this movie was so cool. It has a lot of Tony not being in the suit, which I think really shows a lot about Tony's character, how he can get himself out of situations without relying on the suit. That's really cool. Really cool for his character after 2 movies of him very much relying on the suit. It shows that he himself, his superpower is not the suit, it is his brain. I love that aspect about this movie. And the ending really makes it seem like this is the last we're going to see of Tony. Like, he throws away his arc reactor, he's done. And then Age of Ultron comes around, and he's just back, and there's no explanation. It's really funny. Yeah, this is a great trilogy closer for Iron Man. I think it's a great movie for Tony as a character. It's really good. I like it a lot. I don't have much to complain about it. Yeah, so really good movie leading into this one. Okay, I don't like this movie. I'm just going to say right now, I don't like Thor: The Dark World at all. Would I rather be castrated than watch it again? I'm going to say yes. I would rather be castrated than watch this movie again. I really have no plans on ever watching Thor: The Dark World ever again. I just realized that. Thank you, Zach, for pointing this out. It still says the Ender Dragon fight. Let me fix that right now. Ranking, oh god. Ranking MCU film and shows. Anyway, check description on how to join. There is no way to join. So, Nope. There we go. Oh, no. 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 There we go. Center that. Alright, thanks for pointing that out. Thor: The Dark World. This movie fucking sucks. I would literally rather have my balls ripped from my body than watch this again. It's so boring. What a fucking snooze fest. The villain sucks. The dialogue sucks. I like Loki in this movie. He's pretty cool. Other than that, this movie's dog shit. I don't like it. It's bad. All I remember from Dark World is portals at the end. Yeah, there's like a big portal thing. I don't know. This movie's very forgettable. Loki dies again at the end of this movie for like the second time. And then, oh, he comes back. Wow, the next one. Cool movie, not really. I hate it. Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. This one's really good. This is, I'm gonna, not in that. I'm gonna put it right up here. That's the best one so far. This movie fucks hard. This movie, you know what? This says a lot about an MCU movie. It feels like it was made by people. You know? There's so many of these, especially the later ones. They just feel like they are not made by people. These are pumped out of a machine, you know? Like fucking Black Widow, that's pumped out of a fucking vat. That was not made by people. You know? Quantumania, a person didn't make this, you know? People made this one. There was a vision, and it was seen. This one's so good. It's very grounded. The stakes feel high. But, like, there's emotional drama in it, too. Like, Cap really feels like he's conflicted with his morals. And there's, like, the fucking finale with him and the Winter Soldier battling it out. Really good stuff. The way it ends is really cool with Bucky getting out of the lake. Awesome stuff. I love this movie to death. This movie's so fucking good. I could rewatch it over and over again without being castrated. It's so good. I love it. I see Iron Man Far From Home in there. Oh, yeah. Dude, Iron Man 5 is really good. Because Homecoming's Iron Man 4, obviously. Yeah, this movie fucks hard. Really, really good. Guardians of the Galaxy, another S tier. I'm gonna... Ooh. Do I like it more than Winter Soldier? I'm gonna say no, but very close. Spoilers. Sorry, buddy. This movie's like 10 years old. I'm sorry I spoiled this fucking fossil for you. Winter Soldier had major universe changes that Age of Ultron immediately followed up on. That's actually so true. Nobody's mentioned the major shit from Eternals yet. Yeah. That's a problem. I'll get into that later, but that's a huge problem with like anything post-Endgame. Nothing feels connected. And I have a tangent that I'll go on when I get there. But right now, we're in the good stuff. Winter Soldier's really good. Guardians 1, this is also like just a near perfect movie. This one's so fucking good. Ant-Man Quantumania S. No, I'm not there yet. We'll get there. That's one of the last ones. We'll get there. I have a lot to say. We're not there yet. We're talking about good movies. Guardians 1. This movie's so fucking good. I love this movie. What can I say about this movie that hasn't been said before? This movie, like the fucking chemistry between these five is so good. It sets them up. It feels very disconnected. Like this one literally does not connect to anything in the MCU besides having Thanos there until Infinity War, which is really, really cool. I mean, they took this like D-list Marvel team and made it a huge household name. That's so fucking impressive. And that just goes to show like how well James Gunn and everyone else did on this movie. They had a vision, and it was a good one. So that's... Ooh, I really kind of want to put it above Winter Soldier, but I don't have the balls, so I'm not going to. Oh yeah, we gotta watch Winter Soldier, dude. It's really good. We should do that sometime. Age of Ultron. I got a take here. I don't think a lot of people are going to agree with. This one's going right here. Yes. I'm putting it above Avengers 1. I love Age of Ultron so goddamn much. Is it messy? Hell yeah. But is it fun? This movie's so fun. I fucking love Age of Ultron. Do I have a bias? Maybe. So here's a little story. This is the first... Well, Iron Man was the first MC movie I watched. This is the first, like, Avengers film. Like, after Iron Man, I watched this one. I saw this one in theaters before Avengers 1, before any of these other ones besides Iron Man 1. I saw Avengers Age of Ultron. And that was strictly because... Well, because at the time, I really didn't care about the MCU at all. Because it didn't have Spider-Man in it. But there were rumors at the time that the post-credit scene of Age of Ultron would have Spider-Man in it. So I was like, Mom, I fucking need to see Avengers Age of Ultron. And although it didn't have Spider-Man, I had a lot of fun with this movie as a kid. I mean, the Iron Man versus Hulkbuster scene, I watched a cam rip of that, like, over and over again as a kid after I saw this movie. I went home and I watched the fucking cam rip of that, like, on loop. I was like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. The stakes feel pretty high in this movie, which is really cool. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about that. Like, a lot of people say this movie has no impact on the MCU. That's just so fucking wrong. Tony fucked up in this movie, dude. Tony fucked up hard. And you can feel that in Civil War. You can feel that in Infinity War, in Endgame. It leads up to everything in the future of the MCU. I mean, not really anymore. This movie has nothing to do with, you know, fucking Secret Invasion. But but for the Infinity Saga, this movie has so much buildup that no one talks about. Because, like, Civil War would have never happened if Tony didn't fuck up hard in this movie. I really like that about it. I think Tony was humbled. I think this team, it was the last time we really saw this team together in their own movie. And that's a shame, because I love the core six. You got Wanda and Pietro. They're really good in this movie. Ultron. People don't like Ultron in this movie. I like him. I have never read a single comic with Ultron in it, so I don't know. A lot of people don't like him because he's not comic accurate. I don't give a shit. He's cool in this movie. I love it. As a movie, it's good. As a Marvel movie, it's good. As a Mario movie prequel, so fucking true. Age of Ultron, sure. Age of Ultron is very fun. I don't remember Iron Man 2 or Age of Ultron much at all. I know I watched them both. Yeah. I mean, I could see how you could forget. Iron Man 2 is very forgettable. I can see how if you haven't seen it in a while, you forget what happened in this one too. But you should give it a rewatch. It's really fun. It is bad that the main MC movies I've really watched are the Spider-Man movies. And no, you've watched the best ones then. You're right. You're goated for that one. Tony and Cap both had super good motivations. Yeah, I know. And like the wood chopping scene where they're chopping wood and they're just like getting pissed off at each other. Such a good scene for character building. That whole like when they're on the ranch with like with Clint's family. I love that shit, dude. That really grounds them. That makes them feel human. I love that. You don't really see that in Infinity War where they're in fucking space. You don't see that shit. They're not on a ranch chopping wood. You don't get that. You get that in this one. I love it. Anyway, moving on to Ant-Man. It's a shame they never made a sequel to this one. You know, Ant-Man, the one and only Ant-Man movie. It's pretty good. I'd go like, I'd put it above Thor 1. It's an A movie. This one's really fun. It's a heist film. It's Ant-Man's really fun in it. You got some fun, cool characters. You got what's his fucking friend's name? The dude that recaps things in the funny way. I don't remember. He wasn't in Quantumania, so he's fun. It's just a fun movie. The villain sucks. That goes for most of these movies, honestly. The villain fucking sucks in this one. But it's a cute little movie. There's not much to say about it. It's worth a watch. That's about it. Civil War, holy fuck. This movie, I don't know if you guys were in the MCU space at the time that this movie was coming out. This movie was a big fucking deal. For me specifically, because my homie, my boy Spidey's in this one. This is his introduction. And it's so good the way they introduce him. Honestly, one of the best portrayals of Spidey in the MCU is in this movie. He feels so comic accurate in this one. And I'm just going to nerd out for a bit. Because his little spiel of how when the bad guys do... What did he say? When the bad guys are doing bad things and you're not there, then it's your fault that it happened or whatever. That's so Spider-Man, dude. That is so Spider-Man. Also, just to get off the Spidey topic, Cap was so right. Iron Man had the cool characters. So I get why a lot of people were Team Iron Man, but Cap was just right the entire movie. They wrote the excuse of Cap withholding, you know, the information of Bucky killing his parents. Like, he withheld that information. The writers did that so that he would have some negative aspect to his side, so that you would have a reason to root for Iron Man. But Cap was right, and it proved it in Infinity War and in Endgame, specifically Infinity War, when they lost because of what happened in this movie. Cap was right. Team Cap was right the entire time. Okay, can we just get that out of the way? Just say that right now. Can you send the link for this? I want to piss everyone off who's here. Yeah. Here, let me get out of full screen. I'll DM you the link to this. I don't think you've seen a lot of these. But yeah, there you go. Full screen again. Happy Ant-Man was so low stakes and just a silly little heist and wasn't a huge So fucking true. A huge out of place adventure. Team Iron Man gives the highest combined box office revenue. That's also very true. I mean, just having Spider-Man and Iron Man alone, that does it. Cap was right. Yeah, he was. He just was. Anyway, I didn't even rank it yet. This one, this is top 2, right? So far for me, this is top 2. I think, you know what? It has Spider-Man. It's going above Winter Soldier. Barely, just barely. But I really like this movie a lot. It's the best one so far for me. But I do get why a lot of people put Winter Soldier above it. It's definitely more focused. It definitely feels like a more cohesive vision for a movie. But this one's so fun, dude. I love Civil War. I love the way it ends. I love that it, like, this is the one, like, blank versus blank movie where they don't team up I mean, they do, but then they actually end up fighting. And they don't, like, they're enemies at the end of this. They don't resolve anything, which is really good for this movie. Like, if you see, like, fucking Godzilla versus Kong, they team up in the end. What the fuck? Batman versus Superman? Fucking Martha. Are you kidding me? Our moms have the same name! We're on the same team now! What?! Stupid. This one did it right. This is the only one that did it right. I love that about it. I don't get why Civil War was branded as a Captain America movie, and it really, like... I don't really get it either. I mean, I kind of do because it continues the Cap and Bucky story thread from Winter Soldier, and that's like the main focus of the movie, but it is very much Avengers 2.5. Like, look at this fucking poster. Why is this named Captain America? You know, I don't really get it. It's as important as an Avengers movie is, so like it really probably should have just been Avengers. And Civil War wasn't like it. Civil War in the comics was a Captain America story, but it wasn't called Captain America Civil War because of all the characters in it. Like, obviously, it's a big crossover comic, so they're gonna just call it Civil War. I agree. It should have been just called Civil War or Avengers Civil War. Captain America naming, I don't know about that. But either way, that's my favorite so far. So far. We haven't even gotten to my favorite yet. We're getting there. Doctor Strange. This one's super forgettable, dude. I like it. The CGI is really good. But, man, I've seen this movie like 4 times, and I couldn't even tell you, like, that much about it. I don't love it. I like it. I don't love it. It's like a high B. I like it more than Iron Man 2, but not by much. Yeah, it's alright. It does good at introducing Doctor Strange as a character. That's really all I can say about it. It's fine. It's worth one watch, I'd say. I shut off Pickleverse when C Pickle and Omega Pickle teamed up. Fuck, you're right. No, you're right! I did it too! No! My bad. Fuck, dude, I was just criticizing Batman v Superman for doing exactly what I did. That's a shame. That had the wonky buildings. Yeah, there was some pretty wonky building stuff in this one. Doctor Strange is super cheesy for the first 20 minutes, but I think it's pretty good. Yeah, that's about right. It's pretty good. That's pretty much, if I had to give it a 1-sentence, like, review, pretty good. That's about it. Guardians 2, holy fuck, I love this movie. It's right next to the first one for me. I don't know. Do I like it more than the first one? This is an opinion that changes for me like every 10 minutes. So, for right now, I'm going to say I don't like it more than the first one. But it's, these are like neck and neck, dude. Such a good movie. Near perfect movie. It's just like the first one, but more and better. Well, there's some stuff that they do better. I think Peter Quill is handled really well in this movie. His character is so fucking strong in this movie. Because his dad is like the spoiler alert for a 2017 film. His dad is the main antagonist, and they really go into the emotional core of that and like what that does to him as a character. I think my biggest issue when this movie first came out, I didn't like how the team was split up for most of it, but I've come to realize it made total sense. Like after rewatches, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense why they did that, and they team up in the end, and it's really cool. The final fight's really good. I like Baby Groot. He's a little scrunkly dude. I love him. Yondu is a goat in this movie. It's so good. The Guardians movies are just on top. They're so fucking good. I can see why people don't like Guardians 2 as much, but I'll always personally like it more. I totally get that, dude. And I mean, I can kind of see why people. I can understand, but I will never feel that way. That this movie's not great. People don't like it for some reason. I don't get it. I love it. So yeah, easiest tier for me personally. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Oh my fuck. It's an S, but how S? How S am I going here? I love Spider-Man: Homecoming, dude. This movie's so good. Do I like it more than the Captain America movies? Okay, my bias might be showing here, dude. I have no shame. Spider-Man: Homecoming's so fucking good, dude. I love this movie. I don't care. No one else would do this. No one else would put it above Civil War and the Guardians movies. I don't give a shit. I fucking love Spider-Man: Homecoming, dude. The Vulture is so good in this movie. I fucking love Peter Parker in this movie. Dude, this is the fucking street-level New York Spider-Man movie that I've been waiting for. I mean, I love all of them. But this is the one where, like, at the time that it came out, I was like, damn, I really want an MCU Spider-Man movie so bad. And this one delivered so fucking hard. Do I have problems with it? Yes. I have a few. I don't like Karen. I think Karen's really stupid. What other problems do I have with this movie? It's really just Karen. I don't really like Karen at all. So the one with Penis Parker, he's kind of, yeah, that's true. He's unpopular, so who the fuck cares about that guy? But yeah, I love the, like, this movie really portrays the students at the school as, like normal people. Like, if you go back and watch the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, is the first one specifically in the high school, that's like a Disney Channel original movie, dude. Those are not real people. They do not feel like real people. Flash Thompson feels like a fucking, just a caricature of a bully. Just so cartoonish, and it works for that movie. But I love how this movie, like, Flash Thompson in this movie just feels like an asshole. Like, he's just a normal asshole. And I love that about it. This movie has so much conflict of, like, Peter's double life, where, like, especially, like, when he's outside of the party, he wants to impress Liz, but then he sees shit going down in the distance, and he's like, fuck, I gotta be Spider-Man right now. I can't get the girl because I gotta be Spider-Man. That is so Spider-Man. I don't care. People say this is Iron Man 4. People say this is Iron Man Jr. Fuck off. This is the most Spider-Man fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. This movie's so good, and I love it. And I will not apologize. The car scene with the Vulture! Oh my god! The car scene with the fucking Vulture! When the light turns green, and you can see it on his face, and that's exactly when he figures out that Peter's Spider-Man. That's some good shit, dude. That's some good fucking shit. No, I don't even feel bad anymore. This is top of S for me so far. And I am not apologizing. Him arriving at the house, dude, when I saw that in the theaters for the first time, I audibly gasped. I was like, holy fuck. The Vulture to Liz's dad? Oh my god. What a plot twist. I'll explain myself if necessary. Alright. As much as I like No Way Home, I think Homecoming was the most fun. I totally get that, dude. I would get to No Way Home when we get there. I have a lot to say about it. But dude, when people say Homecoming is better than No Way Home for them, totally understand. Because this movie is so fucking solid. It's so good. Also, this is one that feels like it was made by a person. This one feels so like John Watts said that he made this movie with like old 80s movies in mind, like old like Ferris Bueller and shit. And you can see it. Like this movie really has some old like 80s high school movies to it. Like it has that vibe, and I love that about it. It's so unique for a Spider-Man movie up to this point. Like it's so different from TASM and from the Raimi movies. I love that about it. It's very different. It's very unique. It's so good. I'm done gushing about this movie because I could go on for hours. Thor Ragnarok. This one's really fun. This is like, this is like top of 8 for me. A lot of people say that Love and Thunder, and I will get to it, is too jokey. This one I also think is a little too jokey. But it's fun, and I don't care. The jokes are fun. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I just think it's a fun time. This is a fun movie. It's definitely by far the best Thor movie. Spoiler alert for Love and Thunder. It's going to be below Ragnarok for me. I like Hulk in this movie a lot. I think Hel is a pretty good villain. Loki's great. It's just a good time. This is top of 8 easily. I wouldn't quite put it in S, but it's an easy A. Back and we're on peak. Let's fucking go, dude. Dude, I just spent like 5 minutes gushing about Spider-Man Homecoming. You can rewind and watch that. I was fucking gushing so hard. Unfortunately, the MCU Spider-Man movies have mostly terrible posters. That's so fucking true. This is probably the best MCU Spider-Man poster. That or, tell me the No Way Home one here. No, I don't really like that one either. The No Way Home one where he's like on the building and it's snowing and he's like just looking off in the distance. That one's really good too. But this is probably the best MCU Spider-Man poster by far. Hello, like the woman from Marvel Rivals. I guess. I don't know. I don't play it. She was in this one first. Okay. Black Panther. Holy fuck, this movie's really good. Where did it... What the fuck? Oh, that was like the pre-made... Okay. We're back. Black Panther. Is this S or A? This might be a really high A for me. Ooh, but do I put it in S? I love Black Panther, dude. This movie's so good. I'm gonna put it... Oh, but it had the what are those joke. It's going high A. Really high A. But it had the what are those jokes, so I gotta bog it down a point. No, this movie's really fucking good. I love this movie so much. It's such a shame. I mean, obviously, grass is green. It's a shame what happened to Chadwick because he's so fucking good as this role. He was great. I didn't even touch on it in Civil War. He's so fucking good in Civil War. And he's even better in this movie. This is such a good fucking movie. Chadwick carries it, obviously. But like all the side characters and, God, what? Killmonger. He's such a good villain. I can actually say that. Spider-Man Homecoming and Black Panther both had some peak-ass MCU villains. They're so good. I love Black Panther. Easy A. Close to S tier, but what are those? So, I was on the edge, and that just tipped me over. I'm sorry. I love Homecoming. It's a fun movie and don't get the full hate on it. Still the only street-level MCU Spidey film. I know. And can I just say... If Spider-Man 4 takes place on fucking Battle World, I'm actually gonna shoot my fucking brains out, dude. Give us a street-level Spider-Man movie, for fuck's sake, dude. Just do Spider-Man versus Kingpin. You don't need to do all this bullshit. If it's on Battle World, I'm going to kill myself! Not really. YouTube representatives, I'm not gonna do it. Don't put the suicide hotline in the fucking description. But, man, I'll be close. Anyway, that's a tangent that I will go on later. Only MC movie with the Best Picture nomination. That's so true, actually. And it's deserved. I mean, I don't know if it should have won. But I think, you know, I could see why it was nominated. It's a good-ass movie. Black Panther is such a great movie. So true. Technically, she was in the comics. Who was in the comics? Fucking Hela? Spider-Man 4 on Big Battlefield. Dude, I'd rather it be on Final Destination, honestly. But, you know, neither here nor there. Infinity War, holy fuck, dude. Alright. I was just gushing on Homecoming, but this is the best one so far. This is gonna be one of the top 3 at the end of this. Just a spoiler alert. Infinity War is so fucking good, dude. This is a near perfect movie. It's like they took like fucking like 50 characters and they somehow gave them all their own moment. Like they all had a time to shine. It flowed very well. It didn't feel like it's fast paced, but it didn't feel exhausting. This movie's so well made. I mean, it's not perfect. They did a lot. Like I think they did Star-Lord pretty dirty in this movie. They made him really stupid. Like someone pointed out on Twitter. He said he was from Missouri. When Iron Man was like, "Are you from Earth?" and he said, "No, I'm from Missouri." He was old enough as a kid to know that Missouri was on Earth. So why would he not know what Earth is? That's like, they really dumbed him down. That's like my only complaint though. This movie's so fucking good. The ending, obviously, everyone knows the ending. It's so iconic. Thanos, this is Thanos' movie. He's easily the best villain in the entire MCU, just by far. Besides the Green Goblin, okay. Wait, where is it? Besides the Green Goblin. You know I love me some Willem Dafoe. But Thanos is so good. They kind of did Hulk 32. That's another complaint. Hulk fucking sucks in this, and for the rest of the MCU. Let's just be honest. Other than that, though, Infinity War was great. This movie's so fucking good. Easy top right now. Also, why wasn't Scarlet Witch on the list? I wanted it to be the only castrate movie. Scarlet Witch is not a movie. Scarlet Witch doesn't have... There's WandaVision. Well, that's coming up. Actually, I kind of like WandaVision though. Spoiler alert. Does this mean or does Infinity War have the worst quality clips on YouTube? I actually don't know, but I could totally see it. Spider-Man 4 script. Spider-Man, whoa, who are you? Doctor Doom. Prepare to meet your doom from Doctor Doom. That sounded better in my head. Shut the fuck up. This is actually a possibility, too. I don't like this at all. You're making me uncomfortable. Russo Brothers were mad James Gunn showing them up. That's very true. Because he did. We'll get to that. Ooh, we will get to that. Green Goblin D's no. Not Scarlet Witch, I meant Madam Web. Oh, Madam Web, yeah, that's not on here because it doesn't exist. That's not a movie that's real. That would be lower than literally everything on this list. I'm just saying. If Madam Web was here, it would be, I would have to make a separate tier for it because it's just that bad. All right. Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is a C tier movie, dude. This movie, I actually like Hulk more than this one. This movie's so boring. This movie's so stupid. This was right after Infinity War. Right after, spoiler alert, for a 2018 film. Everyone died at the end of Infinity War. And this was their follow-up. Ant-Man and the fucking Wasp. This movie sucks, dude. This movie's not funny. This movie's not entertaining. It's not good. I don't like it. I would rather watch it than be castrated. I don't even put it in D. I put it in low C. I don't like it, though. This movie's not great. But somehow it's not the worst Ant-Man movie. We're getting to it. Put him on the list. No. Morbius or Madam Web? Morbius, actually, I would put Morbius over some of these. Madam Web would be below literally everything. Morbius, is not great. It's not good. It's awful. But it feels like a movie. Which is something I can't say about Madam Web. People say they like it because it came out right after Infinity War, but that's probably my least favorite aspect about it. Yeah. It's just like, you're like, man, I just had like the greatest orgasm of my entire life, and now you're still jerking, and it hurts. That's what Ant-Man and the Wasp is. That's when you come and you're still jerking. That's what this is, dude. That, you know what? I came up with that on the fly, but that's such a good fucking description. I'm rolling with that, dude. It's real. And also for rewatches, how the fuck do you rewatch the MCU? Because either you watch it like Infinity War, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Captain Marvel, and then Endgame. What a fucking awful way to watch these movies. Or you watch this before it, and then you watch this before it, but then this doesn't really make sense because everyone dusts at the end of it. So then you're like, what the fuck? Why do they dust at the end of it if you're showing something for the first time? Like, it's just so, like, for rewatches or watching the MCU for the first time, this movie in particular fucks it up so hard, and I hate it for that. Anyway, Morbius is better than Madam Web. That's not even a question. Yeah, but it's like the bar is below the core of the earth with Madam Web, so I think literally any movie I've ever seen is better than Madam Web. It's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Funny awful versus awful awful is the description I hear then. Yeah, that's perfect. But I actually still like Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's just my main problem with it. That's fair. And I get, like, I get why people like it. I'm not going to diss anyone for liking this one. There's some down here that I don't get why anyone will like. Not naming any names. This one I can understand. I just personally don't. Ant-Man seemed like the first questionable hero to make a movie about. Like, I don't read the comics, but Ant-Man is... No, you're right. I feel like one Ant-Man movie was enough. He's not that big of a character, okay? He doesn't need a fucking trilogy. That's just mean, though. Watching Avengers Infinity War after fuck off, Avengers Infinity Ward after Ant-Man and the Wasp and seeing that question answered would probably be very exciting. That's true, but then you'd be watching Infinity War and be like, huh, well, they almost die because, you know, Hank and Hope and everyone died at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, so I guess Thanos wins. That's probably what would go through their mind. I don't know. I didn't watch it like that. I watched it in the theaters like a good boy. I didn't pirate. I went in and paid for my ticket and watched them like a good boy. Disney Plus orders Ant-Man and the Wasp before Infinity War. Oh yeah, unlike the chronological order, yeah, they do, which I appreciate because I think for chronological sake, you gotta watch this one first, or else it breaks it up so bad. Dang, my error was. Yeah, it sure was. Captain Marvel. This movie gets a lot of shit. It's fine. A lot of people hate it because Brie Larson is not great in it, and I agree. Brie Larson, I don't like have a hate boner for Brie Larson. She's fine. I think in other roles she's been fine, perfectly fine actress. But as Captain Marvel, she really brings nothing. Like there's just no character. There's no character to her character at all. She's just a person. But Nick Fury's fun. Goose is a cool cat. There's a cat named Goose, if you haven't seen it, which I wouldn't blame you. I like the cat. This one's like it's like a high C. I put it above Incredible Hulk, I guess. It's fine. It's a fine movie. I like how this one and this one are in the same tiers. And I was like dog shit in this. I was like, man, this movie fucking sucks. Captain Marvel was like, I'm like, it's fine. They're really not that far apart. But this one I just like a little more. I don't know. This guy saw Captain Marvel one time. Yeah, I very much did. This was again between Infinity War and Endgame, where everyone is very hyped. That's why this movie made a fucking $1 billion. It's because people wanted to know what was going to happen in Endgame. Little did they know, it didn't answer any questions because it was a prequel. I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a very good movie. I will get to it because holy shit, I have a lot to say about that movie. I fucking love Guardians 3. We will get to it. Kitty twas, yes. The kitty was the best part. Goose was amazing in that movie. Endgame. This one is pretty good. I like Endgame a lot. It's very high for me. Okay, so let me just preface this by saying Endgame is not a perfect movie. It's so far from perfect. But I had so much fun. I rewatched this movie and I have so much goddamn fun watching it. It's a lot of fun. It's like the most fan service movie of all time. But I am a fan. I like being serviced. I'm sorry. Sue me. Kill me. Castrate me. I don't care. This movie's a lot of fun. So much fun, in fact. I'm gonna put Homecoming over it, but Endgame's really fun. I just want to say, Endgame is so impressive. The fact that they were able to take... I mean, look at this whole list. All of this came before Endgame, and they wrapped it up so well. If you don't think about all the plot holes, because there's a lot. This movie wrapped up the story so goddamn well. And that's just something that I feel like doesn't go appreciated, because a lot of people point at the flaws, because there's a lot. But this movie did so much right that I think it just completely, like, destroys all the negatives, because there's so many positives to it. It's so impressive how, like, they really wrapped up Tony and Cap's characters so well in this movie. Like, they finished their arcs so incredibly well. And especially, like, Cap's arc in this movie, the way he ends the movie, where he, like, gets with Peggy after all these years, what a fucking fantastic ending to a movie. I love that so much. It doesn't make sense with the time travel logic that they explained in the movie prior. Literally, like, in the first hour of this movie, they explained time travel, and then they went and broke their own rules with Cap, because he was old man Cap, and it makes no sense in the film's logic, but don't think about it, it's fun, and it's a good ending, I don't care. Endgame was fun, but it's one of those where I agree with, like, every fan rewrite I've heard about. That's true. There are a lot of good fan rewrites that are just way better, but this was the foundation of those fan rewrites, and it was a pretty damn good foundation. Endgame was cool, but I also wish it took itself more seriously. That's true. It didn't have... Infinity War had, like, perfect pacing. This one did not. And, like, some of the things they did, I don't like what they did with Hulk, and they're still doing it. I don't get it, but, that's their decision. Whatever, Kevin. I don't care. Fat Thor was kind of... Look, I kind of get... they said they were making a thing about how everyone goes through depression differently or whatever, and Fat Thor, he put on some pounds because he was dealing with it in his own way, and it was a way he was coping, and it was an unhealthy way of coping, and they show his arc, and I get that, but they made it such, like, a goofy, silly joke thing that I didn't like it. I thought that they could have went about that a little better. Also, Thor plays Fortnite. Why? Which is weird, because now he's in Fortnite, and Fortnite is canon to the MCU multiverse, apparently, I guess. I think there's a thing that explains that. So that's a big conundrum. Kevin Feige, at Feige Kevin. Fuck off, yummers. Yummers. I'd easily rewatch Infinity War because it feels faster than its runtime despite everything they fit in. Well, Endgame feels like 3 hours. Yeah. Infinity War feels like way shorter than what it is. Like, that's like a 2 hour and 40 something minute movie. It feels like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. This one, you feel its length. 3 hours, you're like, yeah, that was a 3 hour movie right there. But it's still near the top for me because I had such a good fucking time watching this. For the first time, I saw this opening night. Holy shit, the vibe out of that theater opening night, that was unmatched. That was unmatched for No Way Home. That was unmatched for anything I've seen. The vibe after this one, I saw it with Jimbo. We went to Chili's afterwards, and he was just saying shit out loud. And I was like, dude, it is opening night for the most anticipated movie of all time. You gotta shut the fuck up right now. Because there are people around us who are plugging their ears. Because he's like, dude, when Iron Man fucking died, that was so cool. I'm like, Jimmy, shut the fuck up! But yeah, this movie, really, really good. I like it a lot. Very flawed. I will acknowledge that. But I like it, so it's high. I don't care. If Marvel characters are in Fortnite, do they count as Marvel skins or icon skins? Holy shit. That's a good question. I'll have to ask, who the fuck is in charge of Fortnite now? It's not Donald Mustard. I don't even fucking know anymore. Ask that guy. I don't have the answers you're looking for. Far From Home. Hey, I like this movie. Dude, the bias is going to show here. It's not going an S. This movie is not perfect. It's going an A, though. Man, is it insulting to put it above Black Panther? Like, is that, like... Because Black Panther is, like, a really, really, really solid movie with, like, super good writing. And Far From Home has issues. But it's Spider-Man! So I gotta put it high. I like this movie a lot. It's so fun. We went to see it in theaters when they re-released... They re-released all the Spider-Man movies earlier this year. And, I mean, I saw all of them, but I went with a few friends to see this one. And we had such a good time. That was a fun-ass movie. Not perfect. I think some of the stuff in this movie is a little goofy. I think fucking Brad's a little silly. Kind of giving Disney Channel original movie vibes. But I don't care. This movie's so fun. Mysterio's a great villain. I fucking love Mysterio. The ending, this movie ends so fucking well. First of all, the final swing. People don't give this final swing enough credit. That's a good-ass final swing. It's not perfect. It's not the best. But it's a fun final swing, and it fits Tom Holland's character a lot. Like, it really, that final swing feels like something that this version of Peter Parker would do. Just like how Tobey Maguire's feel fitting for him, and Andrew Garfield's feel fitting for him. This final swing in this movie really feels like a Tom Holland, Peter Parker final swing. I love it. And then Mysterio's like, Spider-Man's name is... and the static. Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker! And he's like, Whoa! And then it leads into No Way Home. What a good fucking way to end the movie. I fucking love it. Far From Home's great. I have a lot of fun with it. Is it objectively better than a lot of these movies? No. But do I like it more? Yeah. I like it. Far From Home was cute when they try and hold hands. Dude, I know! I love Peter and MJ in this movie. I fucking love them. They're so cute. What a fucking fun movie. Tim Sweeney. Oh, yeah. Fucking Tim Sweeney, dude. You can ask that, dude. What about Tim Mayonnaise? Do they all have to have condiment last names? The Mysterio trance scene. Oh, dude. The Mysterio trance scene. It's so good. That's like peak Spider-Man film right there. Like, that's just such an all-timer Spider-Man movie scene. Also, this was right after Endgame, which was really kind of funny because they had trailers for this while canonically Spider-Man was supposed to be dead. They were releasing trailers for Far From Home, which was clearly a sequel, which didn't make any sense. And everyone was like, okay, so they're coming back, which everyone already kind of knew. But then this came out. I remember the day that this trailer dropped, and I was like, oh, well, shit. Guess he's going to be fine. But yeah, I remember seeing this one. I had to see it like the Sunday it came out, which usually I see Spider-Man movies opening night, dude. That's just what I do. This one I had to see like 4 days after it came out. And that killed me. Because I was in fucking Canada. I was at Niagara Falls. And it was very expensive. It was an expensive trip. It has nothing to do with this movie. I don't know why I'm talking about that. I just remember that time where I was like, fuck, I'm in Canada. I really want to see Spider-Man, but I'm in fucking Canada right now. And that's like the main memory of that entire trip was what I was missing out on. Far From Hard was nice. It's a good movie. The weakest MCU Spider-Man. I agree. One of the weaker ones in Spider-Man in general. Also agree. But all Spider films are good. Also agree. You're so based. So true. Far From Home feels kind of stiff to me. It feels the most MCU comfortist of the three. Oh, I agree. I totally agree. Mid-credit scene was the best part of the movie. Again, it's like the first Avenger, where the ending of the movie is just the peak. Don't pay attention to the end credit scene. The end credit scene fucking sucks. This movie's end credit scene is dog shit. You were far from home. You got... Holy shit, I was far from home. Oh my god. Actually, not really. I live pretty close to Canada. I'm like a 30-minute drive from the bridge to Canada. You were far from home. I get it. It's like the name of the movie. Bro, I'm tired of autocorrect. You're telling me Far From Hard was autocorrect, dude. And Infinity Ward. I know what account you were on. Infinity Ward, that was no mistake. WandaVision, alright. This is the point where the MCU turned into what it is today. There was a big gap between Far From Home and WandaVision. It was like a year or two. Like, I think it was literally like 2 years between Far From Home and WandaVision. So there was a big gap there. But this show is kind of fun. Especially the first like 4 episodes or whatever, or like 3 episodes. I don't remember. I watched it one time. But the first like 3 or so episodes of this are so fucking good. And then it turns into typical MCU stuff, and it's not as good, but it's still kind of good. This is like a high B for me. It's a fine show. It's entertaining. I don't like the Quicksilver fake out. I thought that was really stupid. Ralph Boner. I get it, because penis joke. Not funny. Try again, Kevin. But yeah, this show is pretty good. Nothing special though. It's fine. Falcon Winter Soldier, again, nothing special. It's going like right below WandaVision. Some of the fight scenes are good. I like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Their chemistry are very good. They're just really fun on screen together. Baron Zemo was fun, even though he was kind of pointless. The Power Broker stuff is kind of stupid. I don't know. You can definitely tell this movie was rewritten, because there was a whole pandemic plot line in this movie that was just completely cut because of the year it came out. And you can tell because this movie, I keep saying movie. We've been talking about movies this whole fucking time. This show is very messy. The writing's all over the place, but it's fun. I like their chemistry. John Walker is a great antagonist. He's actually like one of my favorite antagonists of anything in this. He was really good in this movie. In this show, he was awesome. Probably my favorite part about it. Yeah, not much else. It's fine. It's worth one watch. Nothing more. Finally, MCU gets good. Never watched the Marvels or Secret Invasion. What did the Far From Home post-credit scene with the scrolls lead up to? So God, I watched Secret Invasion, and I'm drawing a blank right now. So like Nick Fury was in the space place thing. Then Secret Invasion showed up, and he shit was going down. There's some bad scrolls, and some things happened. I don't know. We'll get to that, dude. We will get there. Let's just say it didn't lead to anything that really matters. That's all you really need to know. It was stupid. Following WandaVision week by week was so fun. Dude, WandaVision week by week was peak. Like, that was so fucking fun. Dude, the Mephisto theories? Mephisto was, like... I remember being there when everyone was like, holy shit, it's Mephisto. It was Mephisto the whole time, and then it just didn't happen. That was a lot of fun. This movie, if I was ranking like the experience of experiencing it as it was happening, it would be like high A or low S. But like looking back, it's fine. You watched that shit? Are you talking about Secret Invasion? Because if so, as you can see, it is not in this one, which means, unfortunately, I endured it. I'm not even going to say I watched it. I endured it. I'm sorry for you. Yeah, me too. We'll get to that. Loki season 1. I'm going to be honest. Loki season 1 is fine, but season 2 really carries that show. Season 1 is pretty good, though. It's like it's low A. Season 1's fine. It's fun. It's good. I like the finale. Even though it leads to nothing now. They set up Kang really well in the show, and it now leads to nothing. He Who Remains is awesome. His whole monologue is so good. I love Loki as a character and his arc in this show, and it's very different from his arc in like the Infinity Saga, which is really cool. that they took like this alternate version of this character and put him on a completely different path. Still redeemed, but like in a different way, and I love that about it. Fucking Owen Wilson is great. Sylvie's fine. I don't know. She was a lot better in season 2, I think, but she's fine in this one. Loki's fun. Good show. Google, I need to distract Kang. Dude, all those distract Kang memes are so like, they've all been completely like, they don't matter anymore because Kang doesn't matter. He's gone. Kang's dead. Can't believe it. Black Widow. This one, I remember when I watched it, I liked it a lot, but then I rewatched it and I was like, yeah, that's really not that great. The villain sucks. Taskmaster sucks. But Black Widow's fine. Yelena's fine. Red Guardian's fun. Fine movie. It's like like right there. It's a B. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. You're going to be hearing a lot of that for a lot of these. Because a lot of these are just fine. Can I be honest? I went the longest time without even knowing there was a post-credit scene in the Far From Home. That's okay. You know what? I think the movie's actually better if you don't watch the post-credit scene, because then it actually feels like Nick Fury is there and present. It kind of ruins the movie knowing that Nick Fury was not even there and didn't experience any of it. It's really stupid. Kang, I need to distract Dr. Doom. The more obscure the reference in those distract Kang memes. That's actually so true. When they started going down like the best picture nominees in the distract Kang memes, that was the peak of it. That was so fucking funny. The whale, I need you to distract Kang. That shit gets me every time. What if? Oh man, what if it's D? What if it's not good? It's such a cool premise. Like having a what if show with the multiverse where anything is possible. It's such a cool premise. What if this happened instead of this? How do you mess that up? They messed it up. Not good. Bad show. I don't like it. The Doctor Strange episode is really good. I'll say that. I don't remember what it was, like episode 3 or 4 or something. That was like peak. Everything else sucked, dude. This show's bad. It's so bad, in fact, that this was season 2 was the first project of the MCU that I skipped. I watched Secret Invasion. And I just did not, I did not feel like watching season 2. I just didn't. I'm sorry. What if sucks? It's not good. Getting into something that I do like, Shang-Chi. What a fucking banger. Did you watch season 2 of What If? Nope. I don't intend to. Maybe someday. Because I've heard season 3 is going to have Spider-Man stuff. So I'll have to watch that. You know, I'm obligated to. But, didn't really care to. I didn't care to watch season 2. Shang-Chi. I fucking love Shang-Chi. This is like... This is going right below First Avenger for me. I really like Shang-Chi a lot. It's solid. It's really fun. I like Shang-Chi as a character. I like the Mandarin as a villain. I think he's really cool. I think the action, the fight scenes in this movie are some of the best out of any MCU project. I mean, they got like real choreographers. They had some real choreography in this movie, dude. They actually tried. I love that about it. This movie's really good. It's definitely worth a watch, especially over a lot of the stuff that comes after it. It's very much worth a watch. This movie's great. So watch it, because I think a lot of people haven't, because it's post-Endgame, and a lot of people don't care post-Endgame, but this one's worth it. So, yeah, Eternals. Let me read chat first before I get to Eternals. Avengers, who are you? Aren't we supposed to be fighting Kang? Dr. Doom, I took care of him. He didn't stand a chance against me. He seemed distracted. Dude, if they reference the distract Kang memes in Doomsday, it's over. I'm dead. That was so awful. I'm sorry. Oh, Shang-Chi bus fight. Yeah, dude, Shang-Chi bus fight. It's so peak. I love it. Cuts away to millions, if not billions of characters distracting Kang. Just every character ever invented distracting Kang. Wait, did they actually name the villain after an orange? I don't fucking know. I mean, I'm not Stan Lee, dude. I don't know who invented the character. He was in the comics like 60 years before this movie. So I don't know. Not Shang-Chi, it was good. I mean, what I wrote was, oh yeah, yeah, is awful, but in a good way. I need him to follow through on Shang-Chi 2. Dude, I know, Shang-Chi 2 could be so fucking good. But then now there's rumors that it's going to take place on Battleworld. And, like, maybe that could work, but I don't know, dude. Just give me some cool kung fu stuff. Just give me some cool karate chopping. I don't need it to be on Battleworld. I don't. Give me some fun stuff. Give me some Shang-Chi. Don't give me Shang-Chi on Battleworld. Stupid idea. Alright, who wants to talk about Hawkeye? Okay, no, I gotta get to Eternals. Fuck, dude. Eternals gets a lot of shit. I'm embarrassed to admit that I kind of like it. I don't love it. It's not great. But it's not, like, that bad, guys. Eternals, okay. I have problems with it, though. It's way too long. The characters are not fleshed out at all. But this one really feels like so different from everything else in the MCU, in a good way, in my opinion. It feels like there are like some real stakes in this movie, and you can feel it. Now, what they do after this movie with what happens in this movie is really stupid because they never acknowledge it at all. But I kind of fucked with it when I watched it. It's gonna go like, listen, despite what I'm saying, it's gonna be like a C tier movie. I'm putting it in C, but it's on the same level of, like, I kind of like Captain Marvel in the way that I was entertained. I kind of like the Eternals in the way that I did not fall asleep. And it's... What kind of fucking praise for a movie? I didn't fall asleep while watching it. C tier. I don't know. I'm an Eternals apologist. I don't think it's that bad. People really cook on Eternals. It doesn't deserve so much hate. It deserves a little bit, but not that much. It's fine. I like the stakes. I liked I'm drawing a blank. I can't defend it and not have like arguments as to why I'm defending it. I don't know. I watched it once and I kind of liked it. That's all I'm gonna say. Can we move on now? Can we speed this up? I have work in the morning. Dude, fucking me too. Shut up. You can like Eternals because I'm embarrassed. I kind of really like Hawkeye. All right, we're going to get to Hawkeye. I like Hawkeye episodes 1 through 5. Episode 6 is really stupid. But episodes 1 through 5 of Hawkeye, it's so fun. It's like a fun little Christmas romp. They're doing Christmas stuff. I like Kate Bishop. I like Jeremy Renner in this one. I like the dog. That one shot where they're in the car, that's really fun. Hawkeye's really fun. Until they introduce Kingpin. And he's so fucking stupid. He gets shot in the face, but for some reason it only gives him an eye patch. He can just take arrows to the chest. What? He can rip car doors off. He's supposed to be strong, but what are we doing? So they did my boy Kingpin really dirty in this show, but it's pretty fun. I like Hawkeye. We might need a C+ and C- tier. Do we might? There's gonna be a lot of C. Where the C is gonna be full after this. My IRL friends joke about Eternals being the Among Us movie. A bunch of dude, it actually is the Among Us movie. Holy shit, you're right. Any of Hawkeye sucks. Yeah, kind of. But the rest of it's really fun. Lalo from Better Call Saul. That's true, and they actually did a good fake out where you really thought Lalo was gonna be the villain. I call him Lalo. I don't remember the fuck he was calling this show. You thought Lalo was gonna be the villain, but then he's just a guy. He's just a nice guy. Fun show. Low B. I'm giving it a low B. Unapologetically. Ooh, I love No Way Home. Do I have to say anything else? I love Spider-Man. And this is the most live-action Spider-Man movie. This is the most Spider-Man movie of a live-action movie of Spider-Man ever. I feel like there's a better way to word that. This movie is really good. I like it. It's a lot of fun. This movie does... Sorry. This movie does... with Spider-Man, what I had wanted them to do with Spider-Man in the MCU from the beginning. They made it all about him. Yeah, Doctor Strange was in it. But he was like put on the bench halfway through. It was very much a Spidey movie. There was stakes. There was consequences for his actions. He had the double life conundrum. They had the fun fan service with Willem Dafoe and the Toby and Andrew. I gotta admit, I'm a sucker. I like it. It's at the top for me. I gotta put it at the top. I'm sorry. I'm a bitch. I like Spider-Man. And this movie's very Spider-Man. So, fuck you. Top of the list. Ignition, I think you gotta rank the System of a Down songs. What phase of the MCU is that in? I forgot. Doubt he knows them, to be honest. Okay, listen, buddy. Yeah, you're right. Moon Knight! Once again, this has the Hawkeye syndrome of being really good, episodes 1 through 5, and then episode 6 fucks off. It's so bad. Episode 6 is so bad. But 1 through 5 is really fun, and I like Moon Knight. I like the different personalities and how it splits between them. I like the mystery aspect in the first few episodes. This movie has some sauce. This show has some sauce for the first few episodes, and then it just loses it all for some reason. Yeah, I don't know much about Moon Knight in the comics. A lot of people don't like the show because it's very not comic accurate. But I don't know. It's fine. It's like a... Oh, I'm putting in... That's a low B. It's low B. Did Moon Knight ever come back in the MCU? Nope. No, he did not. I assume he'll be in Doomsday, but who knows, dude? Who knows? Excuse me. Multiverse of Madness. I'm a Multiverse of Madness apologist. This movie has some of the best direction out of the entire MCU, with one of the worst scripts in the entire MCU. Sam Raimi cooked hard with what he was given, but man, oh man, this movie has so much dog shit. The whole Illuminati stuff is so stupid. But I like Wanda as an antagonist. I think she's really good as a antagonist in this film. Doctor Strange is fine. America Chavez is fine. The music note battle is really cool. Other than that, I don't know. It's kind of fun. That's like a low, high C, low B. I'm gonna put it above Hawkeye. But that's being generous because I had fun with it. But it's not great. I think B is actually really generous for it. But I just had some fun. And you know, that's just what I took away from it. It's a fun ass time. Nothing else. There's no substance. There's no depth. It's just kind of fun. Ms. Marvel. This show actually is so good. This show is slept on really hard. This is going high B. I like the show a lot. Gotta say, Kamala Khan is in the show. Who the fuck plays her? I forgot the actress's name. But this is like one of the best. This is one of the best performances in any comic book movie or show ever. She is perfect. What perfect casting. I don't remember her name. But she's so good in the show. And in the Marvels, which I will get to. She's just one of the only good parts about the Marvels. She's so good in that. She's even better in this show. She's so good. She carries it. The rest is not great. I mean, it's fine. I don't really care about any of the other characters. I don't care about the villain. But Kamala Khan in the show carries it. She's so fucking good. High B. Just for that performance alone. Because she's just perfect. Like, fucking perfect. She's so good. The camera work is awesome there. Mr. Fantastic was hype. Yeah, it was hype at the time, and then he got spaghettied. Forgot that you have a face. So do I, dude. I forgot to. Thor Love and Thunder. All right. This one, I'm going to say, I think it's a little too much hate, but it's still not, like, good. You know? This is like top of C. A lot of people would put it down here. It's top of C for me. It's, you know, I watched it, and I had a fine time with it. It was okay. It was fine. I wouldn't really watch it again. But, you know, if we're giving thumbs up or thumbs down, I would give it a reluctant thumbs up. Very reluctant. But it's fine, you know. It's not that bad. People really hate it. I like how it ended. I think Thor having a daughter is cool. I like Gore the God Butcher. I think he's kind of cool. Yeah, that's about it. That's all the praise I can give it. Doctor Strange 2 is disappointed because they were saying it would be the first scary MCU movie, and all that amounted to was a bit of gore. That's so fucking true. They hyped up Multiverse of Madness as being a horror movie first. They said this is the MCU's first horror movie. And then you watch it, and you're like, where's the horror? There is none. I mean, there's a little, I guess. There's a little spooky, you know, Wanda's snapping Xavier's neck. Ooh, spooky. It's not horror, dude. It's not scary at all. What a disappointment. Iman Vellani. She's so good. Iman Vellani. That's the one. Yeah, she's peak. She's like up there with Robert Downey Jr. and, you know, any other like peak superhero casting. She's so good. Like literally ripped straight from the comic pages into live action. Cannot stress that enough. Wrong. Fuck you, Jimmy. Get back to the tires, buddy. Better than Dominion? Oh, yeah. There's a lot better than Dominion, dude. The Ragnarok crew with Hulk and Loki was so good. Removing them made it... That's actually... You're not wrong. Hulk and Loki really carried the Ragnarok crew. Without them, it just didn't feel the same. Especially Loki. First Thor movie without Loki, and you feel it. You definitely feel it. She-Hulk. This is a hot topic here, She-Hulk. A lot of people don't like this one. I'll be honest. I like She-Hulk as a character. I'm excited to see She-Hulk return as a character because I think she was pretty cool. But this show, they advertised it as a comedy first. This was a comedy show. That's what it was supposed to be. Man, this show's not funny. This show's really not funny. The finale was kind of fun. The Daredevil episode was peak. But man, this show got like 2 nose exhales out of me. That's about the best I can say about it. But I like She-Hulk as a character. I like Daredevil, obviously. And the finale was kind of like the meta, like, oh, she's invading Marvel Studios in the real world, and Kevin Feige's a fucking robot who pumps out movies. That was kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. This is like below Captain Marvel for me. No, I've put Incredible Hulk over it. Hey, the 2 Hulk things are next to each other. That's kind of neat. Yeah, that's the best I can give it. I wouldn't even say it's fine. It's just not funny. It's supposed to be a comedy. So that's like the biggest issue with this show for me. But the character's cool. Can't wait to see She-Hulk again in the future. Can't wait to see Daredevil again. Holy fuck. But, yeah. Yeah. Werewolf by Night. Holy fuck. I love Werewolf by Night. This is a Halloween special for those who don't know. They did a Halloween special. It's like 40 minutes or something. It's like a one-off thing. It's very disconnected from anything else in the MCU, but it's really good. It's very stylized. It feels like it was made by a person. The whole thing is in black and white until like the last scene. Really, really cool stuff. I love Werewolf by Night. This is like, this goes like fucking like right above Shang-Chi for me. I love Werewolf by Night so fucking much. It's great. Go watch it if you haven't. It's really, really good. The Ragnarok. Oh, I already read that. So many of these shows would have just been. Holy shit! You've gotten me onto this tangent now. Let me just go through real quick. All the shows. Ms. Marvel would have been way better as a movie. Falcon and Winter Soldier should have just been a fucking movie. I mean, this is the worst one in my opinion out of any of them. This should have been a movie. It just should have been. WandaVision, I think, is one of the only. WandaVision and She-Hulk are the 2 that feel like they were made for TV. They have the episodic format in mind, but like Hawkeye would have been a good movie. Moon Knight would have been way better as a movie. It's not MCU, but fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi would have been so good as a movie. But they had to stretch it out into 6 episodes, and then it sucks. Yeah, you're not wrong. Also, What If fits the TV format well, but I don't like this one, so I didn't talk about it. Wakanda Forever. This one's pretty good. I don't know if this is controversial or not, but I really think they should have recast T'Challa instead of kill off his character. I don't know if that's like disrespectful. I think, in my opinion, it would be respectful to, because Chadwick Boseman, he put a lot of groundwork into this character. He is the reason that Black Panther is so popular today as a character. It's because of his portrayal. he did such a good job putting life into that character. And I get why they would think it's respectful to let him be the only one to portray that character and leave it there. But I think it would be just as, if not more respectful, to recast it and pass the torch and continue what he built. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think it would have been a lot better if they did that. Because it just feels like in my opinion, it feels like a disservice to his character to just kill him off screen. And like, yeah, the whole movie was a whole tribute to him, which is awesome. I love how they made the whole movie like a big tribute to Chadwick. That was really cool and really, just a really, like, you could feel the filmmakers' hearts in the movie. You could really feel their passion and their love for Chadwick just through every scene in this movie. But I just think it would have made for a better movie if they had continued what Chadwick created and passed the torch and the legacy onto someone else. That's just me, though. So I think that would have made it a better movie. But as it is, it's still like an A tier. Like it's I'd put it like bottom of A, but it's fun. Like it's a fun movie. It's got good action. I like Namor a lot. I like Shuri as Black. Like she's really good as Black Panther. It's not what I would have done, but it works. I think it works. And it's pretty good. It's worth a watch. Low A for me. I agree with you, but you know fans would be so fucking mad about it. I know. You're not wrong. The new actor would get so much hate. You're not wrong at all. And that would be way too much to put onto whoever would be cast as T'Challa. That'd be way too much to be put onto that person. Like, that would be so much hate. And like, I know I went on about how they should have done this, they should have done that, but I totally get why they did this. Like, I 100% understand. And if I were them, like, knowing the business side of it, and like having worked with Chadwick, Jesus, having worked with him and knowing him, like if I were them, maybe this would have felt like the more respectful thing to do. So I'm not trying to say it was disrespectful. Obviously not. They had just the best intentions in mind. I'm sure of it. But it's just not personally what I would have done with the movie, and that's okay, you know. But as it is, I still like it a lot. It's a solid movie. When they're ranking the Ocarina of Time dungeons, oh, I could do that. I love that game. I love Ocarina of Time. It was a lose-lose situation. Absolutely. Same problem would have been pissed. Some problem would have been pissed no matter what. Yeah, you're not wrong. But what they did was pretty good. You're right. You're absolutely right. It was very much a lose-lose. And I think what they did, what they were able to accomplish with the situation they were given was really good. So yeah. I have a lot of respect for this movie. I have so much respect for this movie. And for the people who made it, because it was so clear that they had such good intentions in mind. So, yeah. Low A for me. I enjoyed it a lot. Good movie. Not what I would have done, but I totally get why they did what they did. So, that's my thoughts on that. Guardians Holiday Special. Holy fuck, this one's so fun, dude. I love the Guardians Holiday Special. It's not S tier for me, but it's like, ooh. It's like right above Werewolf by Night. Maybe, no. It's not as good as First Avenger for me, but it's a lot of fun. It's a really good special. There's not much to it. It's just a fun little, wholesome little special. And I like it a lot. It's funny. And it has the cool reveal of Peter and Mantis being siblings. That's really cool. And I love Mantis and Drax. They're just a good pairing. It's just a lot of fun. There's not much else to say about it. Solid. Super solid. Guys, I kind of want to end the stream. I don't really want to get into this. All right. Let me juice up the palate real quick. All right. It's that time. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Now. I know I've kind of made it. My little shtick to hate on this movie. I know. You guys are expecting me to rank it really, really low. But in all honesty, I mean, it's not like that. It's fucking awful. This movie fucking sucks. This movie is fucking dog shit, dude. This is actually, no joke, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Let me give you a story real quick. Let me give you a story. Okay. So, it's February 2023. Mentally already not a good year for me. A lot of personal stuff happened that year. I was mentally unstable. It was not good. Very bad year. And when this movie came out, my grandfather was in the hospital. And it was looking like he was going to die. It was looking really bad for him. And I was distraught. I was mentally distraught at that time. And my mom and I were leaving the hospital after visiting him. And she was like, we got to get our minds off of this. What's playing in theaters right now? And I was like, well, there's a new Marvel movie. There's a new Ant-Man movie in theaters. And she was like, awesome. Let's just go see it. Let's get our minds off of things. And, you know, it's an Ant-Man movie, so it'll probably be pretty silly and goofy. It'll probably give us some lighthearted jokes and stuff. It'll probably be a good time. It'll be a good way to get our minds off of things. So we went. And we saw it. And I am being so honest with you. This could not have been the worst. There could not have been a worse movie to watch on that day of my life. Because I felt infinitely worse than I already felt after watching this movie. I was sitting there and I was like, God, this is not helping. I was like, fuck, this is not helping at all. This movie's so bad. This is just the worst possible day, the worst possible mindset, and the worst possible movie to see. It was just a catastrophic, awful day, and Quantumania just was a cherry on top. That's kind of the backstory of like why I kind of hate this movie so much. And yes, it deserves the hate. It's not just because I watched it on a really shitty day with a really shitty mindset. But that kind of explains like the personal vendetta. This movie just fucking had a personal gut punch to me when I watched it. Now, just to resolve the story, after we saw the movie, we went and got him out of the hospital, and we got him on a ventilator, and he's okay now, and he's doing actually really good. He's still alive. He's still with us. Really good man. I love that guy. He's so cool. Back to Quantumania. This movie's fucking awful. Okay, so we got the first Ant-Man. It's a fun little heist movie. We got the second Ant-Man. Kind of the same thing. Not as good, but really just, you know, just a lighthearted, fun little heist movie. Then you have this one. You can tell Peyton Reed was like, man, I really want to do something else with Ant-Man. I'm tired of these stupid, goofy heist movies. Give me something else to do. And Kevin Feige was like, okay, here you go. You can play with our big bad guy. You can play with our Thanos-level bad guy in your new movie. And Peyton Reed went and did Quantumania. That's what he did. He fucking went and made Quantumania. So, my problems with Quantumania. First of all, the whole movie looks awful. Remember when I was talking about the Avengers, the first Avengers movie, and how bad it looks? It looks like it was made by the Good Doctor people. This movie looks like it was made by, like not even student filmmakers, because that would be a fucking disservice to them, because at least they have passion. This movie looks like it was made by AI. It literally looks like it was made by fucking, AI. This movie is so visually awful. The backgrounds look like vomit. This movie looks like vomit. This movie looks like if vomit was a movie. That's what it looks like. The CGI is fucking awful. Ant-Man, like, what? Can I just say, and this rant is going all over the place, but there are no character arcs except for one. You want to know who has a character arc in this movie? Fucking MODOK. You want to know what MODOK's character arc is in this movie? He decides to not be a dick anymore. That's his character arc. That's the only character arc in the movie. Nobody else changes. Nobody else grows. Nobody else learns anything. MODOK decides to not be a dick, and he dies. That's the arc of the movie! That's all this movie fucking did! They have Kang! Oh, the big bad guy, Kang! The big big fucking villain. Ooh, the new Avengers level threat. Kang is in this movie. What are they gonna do with him? He gets fucking berated by ants. He gets defeated by ants. What? What are you talking about? What do you mean he gets killed by ants? He doesn't kill by ants. He gets defeated by ants, and he comes back, and then he gets punched by Ant-Man. Kang, at the time, the big bad for the next Avengers movie, loses in a fist fight to fucking Ant-Man. What? What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? Oh my god! Also, why the fuck is Bill Murray in this movie? This is the Marvel project that he read over and he was like, yeah, get me in this one. And then he fucking dies. He just dies. Like, the scene he's introduced, they just fucking kill him. Why was he in it? Why did you put him in the movie? Also, there's a whole scene when they're in the quantum realm, and Scott and his daughter, what the fuck is her name? I don't even remember. I don't care. Scott and his daughter are like taken by this group of people, and God, I'm losing my voice. And they're just like, drink the ooze. Drink the ooze. And that's the only context you have for like the next 5 minutes or whatever. And I'm just sitting there. Let me put it in perspective. I'm sitting there with my grandpa in a hospital bed on the edge of death. And I'm sitting there in a theater, front row, watching these fucking people say, drink the ooze over and over again. And I'm just like, God, I would rather be in the hospital room watching my grandpa slowly decay than watch this fucking movie. You know how fucking awful this movie has to be if I would rather be in a hospital room watching my grandfather slowly die. I fucking hate this movie. I hate it so much. It is the worst fucking MCU movie of all time by a mile. Honestly, I'm making a new tier. I'm making a new tier for this one. What do I call this? Actually, no. Because the castration actually makes sense. I'm just going to put this one in D. Because Thor the Dark World is not even on the same tier as Quantumania. In terms of how much I hate it. Okay. I gotta pull up the chat because I know I missed so much and I can only see what was on the screen. I just did like a legendary rant. So let me pull this up. Go back up in chat. Oh my god, that's so loud. And read some of this. Alright. Most iconic Bill Murray cameo ever. I didn't even see that before I started ranting, but yeah, fuck that, dude. Wow, oh my gosh, it is actually... The Michael Douglas socialism quote is one of my favorite out-of-context MCU moments. That's so fucking funny, actually. Out of context, that quote is fucking so hilariously stupid. Generally evil, Mike. What the hell? Doofenshmirtz Baxter. So true. So Happy's okay. Yeah, he's doing fine. I actually just visited him a few days ago. He's really cool. He's a great guy. You guys should meet him sometime. I remember YouTube ads at the time were like, Beyond the Yellow Brain. I remember that. God, oh my god, I hate this movie, dude. Just thinking back at that time makes my brain like shift into the mindset I was in at the time. I was like, holy fuck. That's not good. I want to do something else instead of continuing the charm of Ant-Man, and by that I mean I want to make the most generic MCU movie possible. That's so fucking real. It's like, this is the pinnacle of just generic slop Marvel. He's not a Mo Dick anymore? Yeah, congrats to him, I guess. It's so funny how on the lowest volume this is still... I'm gonna have to go back and watch that rant. Stream's more emotional than my Phase 4 Marvel... than any Phase 4 Marvel movie. Alright. Back off of No Way Home, but other than that, yeah, you're right. Mid-credit scene for Quantumania is just the same information we were given in Loki. That's so true, actually. It was really stupid. Jesus Christ. Post-traumatic Ant-Man disorder. Concord is the Quantumania of video games. So fucking real, dude. Do I do a Concord stream? No, I will not do that. Alright. I think that's enough ranting about Ant-Man, Quantumania. Let's move on to one of my favorite movies ever. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is genuinely my favorite... I'm sorry, my voice is actually going after that. This is my favorite non-Spider-Man comic book movie ever made. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is so fucking good. I cried while watching it. I actually cried. This movie is... It's just such a fantastic send-off to these characters. It's like actually a perfect movie. Like, genuinely. I put it below No Way Home. Because I fucking love No Way Home. I will watch No Way Home every day till the day I die and be happy. But this movie is so good. I like genuinely love this movie so much. And like James Gunn made this and then he just fucking dipped out and he's like, all right, I'm the head of DC now. Fuck you guys. His lasting impression on the MCU was so good. Rocket, his whole like backstory is just, it's peak. And like the way he ends this movie, like you can tell he went on such an emotional ride in this movie. Like he feels, this fucking raccoon feels so real. He feels more like a real person than literally anything in Quantumania. He feels so real and he's a fucking CGI raccoon. How did they do that? I love Chris Pratt in this movie. This is probably my favorite Chris Pratt movie of all time. Like he's so good at this movie. Just every character gets their time to shine. Every single character gets their time to shine. And I thought bringing back Gamora was really stupid. But then they actually made it make sense in this movie. And they made it a theme about moving on. Even when it doesn't, your mind's telling you no. But your heart's telling you yes, you need to move on. What a good fucking message. That's such a good message. Oh my God. I could gush about this for hours, dude. This movie's so fucking good. If you haven't seen Guardians 3, please, for the love of God, watch it. It's so good. I want to see just how bad it is with my own eyes. You can do that without me present. Phase 5's first two movies is the funniest thing. That's so true. Back to back. Phase 5 started with Quantumania. And then they go on to Guardians 3. What the fuck happened? Yeah, they made Guardians and Quantumania back to back. Yeah, bottom of the barrel and then instant peak. Yeah, literally my least favorite and then my favorite. Besides No Way Home. Quantumania isn't even canon anymore, I think. I mean, I think it's canon, but I don't think it matters. Like, you can skip it and be fine. I have a very slightly different opinion on it, but it is an absolute S tier. That's chill. Honestly, like, you don't have to think it's the best movie ever, but like, it's a good movie. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that Guardians 3 is a bad movie, and that's, you know, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. But opinions are opinions. So, Guardians 3 is great. My theater screwed up and made the projected brightness way too high. That fucking sucks. The brights were bleeding together. Dude, that's a fucking L theater. What the hell? What happened? Oh yeah, that just reminded me when I watched No Way Home for like the 10th time or whatever in theaters. It was like it was the first time in my life where the theater messed up and it was like it froze. The scene where he was walking in the high school and like the one teacher was like, I know Mysterio, you tried to kill Mysterio or whatever, and you're like, that's when it froze and it was like the audio was on. That's my only experience of a theater messing up. Was during No Way Home, during my 10th viewing or whatever, maybe 11th, I don't fucking remember. We'll discuss when you're done with yours. All right. Being the first MCU movie where literally nothing about it is important is actually insane. That's so fucking funny and true. Even The Dark World had an Infinity Stone in it, so you kind of have to watch it. What does Quantumania have now? Literally nothing. Because even then, it has Kang, but Loki already introduces and closes the Kang arc. Quantumania is just there. It's just there now. Whole movie is just basically Ant-Man beats up some random dude. That's so true. Secret Invasion. All right. I know I just went on a rant about Quantumania, but what if I told you guys Secret Invasion is worse? What if I told you Secret Invasion's fucking worse? Secret Invasion, at least Quantumania, it's fun to make fun of this one. Secret Invasion is nothing. There's literally nothing to this show. This is not to be, American right now. This is a nothing burger. This show is like if you took nothing and made it into a show. Nick Fury, he's so cool in literally every other MCU project he's in, but in here, he's so fucking bland and boring. None of the characters do anything. They killed off Maria Hill in the first episode for no fucking reason. For like fake shock value. Ooh, they killed off Maria Hill. Alright. But you did it in Secret Invasion. So why should I care? Also, Rhodey being a Skrull? Excuse me? And apparently, he was wearing the thing that he was wearing at the end of Civil War, which means he was a Skrull for Infinity War and Endgame. He was a Skrull when his best friend died. Like, okay. That's just an awful retcon. That's just horrible writing. This is like one of the few MCU projects that actively disparages other MCU projects. Sure. Thank you, Secret Invasion. Fuck off. This show sucks, and I hate it. The entire Guardians trilogy is S, yes, as it deserves, honestly. That's probably my favorite trilogy out of the MCU. But Spider-Man, though. They're neck and neck for me. I don't know. I can't choose favorites. They're all my babies. Loki Season 2 has a lot of sauce. I fucking love Loki Season 2. Oh, wait, let me read this first. Favorite theater screw-up ever was during Lego Batman. The movie starts with the narration black. On horror movies start with black, and the projector wasn't working, and it stayed like that. That's so fucking funny. What a fucking movie to do that on. Self-contained garbage versus spreading parasite TV show. That's so true, actually. This one is not only as awful, this one also, what makes it worse than Quantumania, it's a waste of 6 fucking hours. This is only a waste of 2. This is 6 hours of your life that's gone. And it disparages Infinity War and Endgame. Like, why the fuck would you do that? So, fuck Secret Invasion. We hate Secret Invasion. I'm pretending Secret Invasion is a real secret that I shouldn't know about, so I shouldn't watch it. Genuinely, just don't. Like, honestly, even, like, I would even say, like, a lot of these bad ones, I would say is worth one watch. I'd say Eternals is worth one watch. Incredible Hulk, worth a watch. She-Hulk, yeah, watch it once. Even Thor: The Dark World, go for it. Watch it one time. Don't watch this. Please don't waste your time. I did it, so you don't have to. Because it's fucking garbage. Loki Season 2 has a lot of sauce. This show is so fucking good. I love Loki Season 2. This is going like... Dude, Loki Season 2 goes like right here. It's really, really good. Loki's arc in this, from Season 1 to Season 2, like from the beginning of Season 1 to the end of Season 2, is really good. He becomes the god of stories. Excuse me? That's fucking awesome. This show's really good. I love Loki Season 2 so much. Go watch it. It's really, really good. That's all I really have to say about it. Good show. I heard a lot about Secret Invasion problems, but I never heard about the Rhodey thing. Yeah, they literally retconned Rhodey to where he was not there for Infinity War and Endgame. He was just not present. What about watching Quantumania as well? No, you can skip that one. Especially now. Anything in the castration tier, you can just not watch ever, and you'll be fine. The Marvels. This one gets a lot of hate. And it's not that good, but I don't think it's like that bad. It's fine. It has Kamala Khan. So, how bad could it be, you know? It has, by the way, this is right after Secret Invasion. This literally came out right after Secret Invasion, and it is chronologically directly after Secret Invasion. Nick Fury brings up nothing from this show. He went through trauma in this show, and in this movie, it's just like nothing happened. He's shaved. He's not wearing the beanie anymore. He's just there. He's having a goofy old time. This dude, you can tell these writers were just on completely different wavelengths, which is really funny. Yeah, I don't know. This movie has more cats in it, which makes it better than Captain Marvel 1. I'd put it above Eternals, actually. But, you know, it's not great. It's fine. It's okay. It's worth one watch for Kamala. That's about it. Everything else is just, it's there. It exists. It's a movie that exists in the MCU. When the first trailer released, the teleporting premise seemed cool, but then I heard the bad reviews. Yeah, I mean, the teleporting premise, I think, was cooler in the trailer than in the actual movie. But, I mean, it's fun. It's a goofy little film. Worth one watch. That's about the best I can say about it. And there's a lot of cats. Let's fucking go. Speaking of let's fucking go. Ooh, where do I put this one? So, okay. Let me just get into this real quick. Deadpool and Wolverine, I love a lot. This is a really fun movie. This is one of the most fun movies on this entire list. But I got some issues with it. First of all, it does no favors to the Fox X-Men timeline. Let me just get into this real quick. The Fox X-Men timeline is fucking awful. The timeline in those movies makes no sense at all. And you know what this movie does? It makes it even worse. Because this movie acts as if Logan, the film Logan, was in the past in this movie. Like, it had already happened. When Logan was supposed to be in the future, in the far future, where most mutants are dead. With this movie, they're acting like Logan died in the past. But they have all these mutants that are alive. And it doesn't make any sense. Because why would their universe be dying if Logan's supposed to be in the future where he hasn't fucking died yet? Doesn't make any sense. Also, this plot is all over the place. I mean, the Deadpool core, they just show up. They hint at it like once in the beginning of the movie. They don't really have a reason to be there. It's just like, okay, a lot of Deadpools for a fun little fight scene. And trust me, I love that fight scene. It's a fun ass fight scene. So I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying this plot is really stitched together and it could have used some more time in the writers' room. But with that being said, this movie is so fucking fun. It's really fun. And just the pure funness of this movie completely overrides any of the plot shit that I have like problems with. So I'm gonna put it like this is going high for me. I like it. I'm gonna put it like right here, dude. That's really high. That's really high, but it's so much fun. I mean, that's a really fun movie. Should I leave now or avoid Deadpool? I mean, I kind of spoiled it, but not really. So it's, you'll probably be fine. Peekpool and Peekarino. I just paused the video just in case and might continue when I think it's done. Yeah. I won't talk about any more spoilers, so I know you're not listening because you have a pause, but you can continue now. Maybe Logan died in a different way and this new Wolverine is the one who dies in Logan. Maybe, but then that kind of ruins Logan because that was supposed to be the Logan that we had been through everything with. I don't know. The whole Logan tie-in is kind of stupid, but then he like throws around his bones and uses them as weapons, and that's so fucking fun, dude. The NSYNC intro. I can't stay mad at this movie. I ranked it high because like there's a lot of problems, but I can't stay mad at you. You had a fun NSYNC opening. You had Chris Evans saying some fun things. I can't stay mad at you. You're high A, buddy. And that's the last one. That's the tier list. So, let me just look at this real quick and make sure that this is how I would rank it as of today. Now, my opinion changes like every 10 minutes on MCU rankings, but for right now, Spider-Man bias has to put No Way Home at top. But, I mean, objectively, I think this goes in top, just in my opinion, but I like Spidey. Yeah, that's my top 3 easily. Homecoming, yeah. Yep. This seems good. Where's Aquaman 2? Did anyone actually watch Aquaman 2? Is that something people watched and sat down and paid money to go see? Because I literally heard nothing about it. I didn't see any reviews on it. I didn't see any buzz about it. I saw the post-credit scene where the dude he puts the cockroach in the burger. That's all I've seen about that movie. Deadpool and Wolverine was fun, but honestly, I just didn't care for the last section that took place in the Fox universe. The whole hundreds of Deadpool thing just felt kind of tacked on. That's kind of my feeling. Like it, I'm glad it happened because it was really fun. It made for a fun scene. But it just didn't really fit in the plot very well. But I don't really care because it was fun. And like a prayer, holy moly, what a good needle drop. A tier is cool. Heard many great things. Yeah, it's really good. It's definitely worth seeing. It's a good time. Cameos are pretty cool. It's not like Shakespeare or anything. Like, it's not, you know, you're not gonna get your dick blown off by it, but it's fun. I get the Joker's multiverse thing is played out, but I just feel like the whole thing dragged on. Yeah, I definitely get that. Also, this isn't really a spoiler, but there's a one-shot with all the Deadpools that he's fighting. There's a one-shot scene, and it is cut in the middle by a stupid joke that I don't think is funny at all. And it would have been way better if it was just a continuous one-shot. And that pisses me off. So that's another thing. Anyway. That was the Deadpool Brigade. Nice pool foreshadowed it, yeah. They, like, wrote it in there, and they're like, shit, we gotta foreshadow or else it's gonna make no sense. So they had Nice Pool say one line about it in the beginning of the movie. Deadpool thing sounds very random, and to be honest, that's one thing that actually really makes me... Yeah, I mean, the scene itself was really fun. It's a lot of fun, but it doesn't make much sense at all. Anyway, I really gotta watch X-Men 97. That's what I'm taking away from this. A lot of people said it was fun, really good show, and I have not seen it. So, that's the one thing on here. I don't really care to see Echo, and What If it's fucking What If. So, anyway, that's the tier list. 12, 13. Damn, I kind of think I'm going to go to bed now. I've been doing this for almost 2 hours. I'm just trying to make one-shot scenes actually one-shot challenge impossible. Dude, that's so true. And, like, you can't be in the same universe as Daredevil where they do those awesome one-shot scenes. I mean, can I just gush real quick about Daredevil Season 3's one-shot where he's escaping the prison? It's like a 10-minute long one-shot scene. It is literally, the director said, it is a continuous one-shot take. There are no cuts. That is just one shot where he's escaping a prison with, like, all these dudes. That is so fucking cool. That's so fucking rad. And, like, Deadpool almost had it. It wasn't going to be that good, but, like, they almost had something really cool with that one shot. And then they had to cut it with a blind Al joke that just wasn't funny. And it was like, why? Why are you doing it? Holy shit, you can hear my voice gone. Why would you do that? But yeah, good ass tier list. There's also this Gambit clip that keeps getting posted around, and yeah, it definitely just seems like Zori says, "Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself up in here." Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. What movie are we on now? Nothing. I just finished. This is the tier list. Go back and watch the whole thing. Go back and watch the Quantumania rant. That was one for the ages. That's why I lost my voice. Did I miss the whole thing? You literally did. Because I just ranked Deadpool. And I am now going to bed. So, I should do these more often. This was so much fucking fun. I could rank other things. I could rank, well, I'll think of something to rank. I could rank the Spider-Man movies. That would be a lot shorter, though. There's only 10 of those. And that would all be, like, all S and A. There would be, like, nothing, unless we counted, like, the Venom and Morbius and Madam Web movies, because then there would be some bad ones. But yeah, I will do more tier lists in the future, because this was a lot of fun. I also thought Deadpool's humor was kind of annoying in the first two films, and I was glad that they toned it down. Honestly, the humor in Deadpool and Wolverine, it's kind of the same, but it's definitely different. Like, I can see why you would feel that way. But I do like the first two Deadpool movies. They're pretty good. We do group rankings. We definitely should. And next time I stream, we should... I would love to get your input on the MCU tier list. I'm just too tired right now. But yeah, dude, group tier list stream would be so much fun. Just, like, arguing about shit. Yeah, definitely. 100%. But yeah, that's the tier list. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to sleep because I have to work in the morning. And hopefully my voice gets better because I'm probably going to be on cash register tomorrow at fucking Sam's Club. So, mainly Jim. Yeah. If we did, like, a fucking zombies tier list or something, Jim would be so fucking... He would be so annoying. Anyway, first two DP films are better, but I like the humor. Honestly, I kind of agree. I think the first two Deadpool films are better movies, but this one's funnier. This is the funniest out of the three, in my opinion. Is your voice fucked from the... It was fucked from the Five Finger Death Punch show, but it got better, but now it's fucked because of Quantumania, genuinely. Go watch my fucking rant. Go back and watch it. I was yelling. But yeah, mine was fucked for the day after that. It was pretty bad. Ocarina of Time dungeons. I could do that. I just played the game earlier this year, so it's fresh in my memory. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm bad at saying goodbye, so goodbye.